In today's draft analysis, we're going to take a look at right-handed high school pitching prospect Riley Pint. Riley is a big, tall, lanky righty that projects to be a big league starter or closer depending how his delivery pans out in the future. He's been in the upper 90s and has touched 100 this season, which makes him a very intriguing prospect heading into this year's draft. So as we take a look at Riley, let's take a look at some things that make him efficient in what he does. Riley, going forward into his delivery, creates a good hip coil into his lower half, around his glute, and into his lower back going forward. He maintains that load for a long time going out, which allows him to obviously be able to stack his hips. So you can see the left hip getting above the right hip as he goes forward. You're seeing that being able to then create a good torso tilt that he is able to maintain for a long period of time going out into his stride, which is going to give him more force going from back to front. Riley also stabilizes his lead leg, retracts his lead leg upon landing immediately, which is what allows him to get to such a high speed arm action going through his turn. That transfer of energy, being able to go from the stretch from the lower half opening to the torso being able to accelerate, will allow him to be able to get to a faster arm action going into his throw, because his torso will be able to rotate faster when his lead side blocks. As you look at Riley, the only thing that really kind of concerns me with Riley is a timing issue into his throw. So from the videos that I've been able to dig up on Riley, I've noticed that he's in a different position in his arm timing, when he gets into his landing and begins to turn his torso. This is a concern because this is typically what leads to inconsistency. So you're going to see that he's going to be a little bit more inconsistent around the zone, even though he's throwing the ball in that upper 90s realm. It's also a thing that tends to lead to a little bit of health issues going forward, because you're now putting more strain on the body to catch the arm up to the position that it needs to be when it's not in the right position to fire every single time. So Riley's going to need to clean up a timing issue to make sure that he's being able to fire through his delivery consistently from a loaded position upon his torso turn. Again, looking for bright things in Riley's future, a guy with high velocity, a guy that projects to be a starter or a closer at the big league level. I think with a little bit more consistency and timing, he has the opportunity to be a starter. If not, I believe he'll end up being a closer in the future.